Hi guys, this is RhythemPond for Unbound Reviews, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about a really good book that I just randomly came across, and actually I'm going to tell you where I came across it too, because it's a cool idea and I really like it. The book is called Faith Bass Darling's Last Garage Sale by Lynda Rutledge. I was pausing because you always tell me to pause and then put it up there. So, first off, I want to tell you guys where I found this book because it's a really awesome concept and idea, and I just love it. So, there is a website called littlefreelibraries.org, and you go there and you click on their world map, and you can click to find little free libraries in your area. And what they are, they're just a box of books in someone's front yard that you can go and exchange books. So I exchanged a Debbie McComber that I hadn't read and didn't really want to read for this one. And so yeah, you literally just go and leave a book, take a book, and then this book is yours. They want you to do whatever you want with it. Share it, stick it on your shelf, put it in another free library. The only thing they don't want you to do is sell it, because, well, it's supposed to be, a community building thing, and if you just grab a book and go hawk it, that's not very community building. So it's a really cool idea. I'm going to put a link, well, I'm going to have my husband, because I don't know technology, put a link to the website in the description down below. Is that right? Yes? Okay. Alright, so about the book. Longest title book ever, I swear. Faith Bass Darling's Last Garage Sale. I love this book. This is going to be, I'm going to loan it to a couple of people, and they better give it back to me under penalty of death if they don't, because this is going to be one that I reread pretty often, I think. It's really, it's like cathartic to read and really peaceful, and really funny and lighthearted and sad, and there's a lot to this book. So Faith Bass Darling wakes up one morning, actually December 31st, 1999, and she heard God tell her in the middle of the night that she needs to have a garage sale and sell everything she owns. And everything she owns is a lot of antiques and things, because her family is the wealthiest family in the small town in Texas. Through the course of the book, you learn a lot more about Faith and her family and her friends. Her daughter, Claudia Jean, comes back to town after 20 years of being away, and we find out why she left and all of the sad things that have happened in Faith's life that have led a lot of different people in this town to the kind of a sad place where they are right now, where none of them can get over the past. They're stuck on one day and one thing that happened in the past that totally affected all of their lives and completely changed the directions that it was going in. And this is just a really good book. Trying to remember, some of, like, the writing itself is just beautiful. Some of the words that I don't know how to explain it. Like whenever she talks about God talking to her, the author refers to it as like quiet lightning, I think is what she says. And it's just, the word image that you get is really, 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 really awesome. And it's fun to see how the different things came into Faith's life, and how they've affected her life, and how they've affected the lives of those around them. And the moments where people in her lives had choice in her life, everybody's lives had choices to make, and the choices that they made and how they affected the next 20-30 years of their lives. It is a really, really good book. I was really afraid towards the middle of it that it was going to end up being a book about assisted suicide, and I didn't really want to read that. Because Faith is older, and you find out through the course of the book that she's also very sick. And I was really afraid it was going to get to the point where people were going to be like, well, we should just, let her go and kill her. Which would have completely ruined the book. So I was really happy that that is not the way the author chose to go at all, and wasn't ever really even mentioned, and wasn't ever really a thought in anyone else's head. Apparently I'm just twisted and weird. So, trying to think. There's a lot of really fun characters in this book too. I really liked John Jasper Johnson, who was the high school football star, and he has a huge role to play in everything that happened. And Claudia Jean, who is Faith's daughter, and the struggles that she's gone through in her life trying to put the past behind her and not being able to do it, and having it affect thing after thing after thing in her life until she finally just has to stop running from the past and work it out. And then there was Bobby, who I spent the entire thing thinking Bobby's name was Bonnie. Oops. Clearly my brain does not function well when I try to read names. Bobby is an old friend of Claudia Jean's, and she's an antique buff, and she just is so horrified by the garage sale that's going on, where she sells, Faith Darling sells like beautiful Tiffany lamps for $1 and things like that. And there's also Father George, who is the Episcopalian priest, who a lot of what's happened to Faith has affected him too, and eventually caused him to kind of question his faith and question whether or not he should even be a priest, and whether or not really he even believes in God. And what I love about this book is you watch as these people's lives kind of fall apart over 20 years, and then you watch again as they begin to come back together over a day. And it's really, airplanes hate me. And just relaxing to read. And it took me a little longer to read than most books of this size would. I mean, it's a little over, it's almost 300 pages. And it took me a few days, because it is a lot heavier than a lot of books that I read. It's a lot deeper and a lot more weighty than, An Unfortunate Fairy Tale. But it is a really deep book and a really beautiful book, and I just feel like everyone should read it, because it was really, really good. Alright, so that's Unbound Reviews for this episode. Like, subscribe, comment, and you can find me on Twitter now under Unbound Reviews. Alright, bye guys!